Hi, I'm Bridget Huber from Mission Local. We're here at Amnesia Bar, and we're here for the launch of Cheesemonger, Life on the Wedge. It's a new book by Rainbow Grocery's cheesemonger, Gordon Edgar. There's a big party going on inside. Let's take a look.
Referring to myself as a cheesemonger elicits snickering from some, but those who don't laugh often tell me, "You have the best job ever." I love it. I've been working in the cheese mines for 15 years and counting. Maggots, mice, and misanthropes haven't been able to cut into my love for cheese.
So can you tell us about how you kind of started out in the punk rock world and ended up as a cheesemaker?
Sure. Well, as a kid who grew up in the 80s, I listened to punk rock because that's where, the rebellion against Reagan was. That's where the excitement was, and I was, as I grew older, I was attracted to the more political side of punk rock. And when I wanted to find a way to earn a living, Rainbow Grocery seemed like a great place to work. And I got a job there. I didn't really care that it was in the cheese department. I didn't really have any qualifications for it. But after I started working there, I kind of fell in love with cheese. I love workplace democracy and I love cheese.
This is what we're most famous for, and that's soft ripened goat milk cheeses. And this one's called Truffle Tremor. It's kind of messy, and it's flavored with truffles in it. And smell it first. You can kind of smell the truffle. And you'll kind of get the earthiness of the truffle and the earthiness of the goat cheese at the same time. I hope you like it. Like it?
Wow.
This one.
It's not a traditional foodie memoir, which tends to be kind of upper class and bougie and what have you. It's writing by someone who comes out of punk rock DIY culture, who works at a worker-owned co-op, who has a really unique take on land, farming, food, fancy food culture, working class food culture, the weirdness of working in retail, kind of all the above. And he does it in a really take-no-prisoners style that is really enjoyable.
Taleggio at its best can be a little intimidating to an uninitiated cheese eater. While not a strong cheese, it's stinky and often slimy. That's good stuff, man. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not a put down. You want to try a slimy cheese? Marin French cheese Schloss, one of the best cheeses in the country. Totally underrated, totally slimy. It's a wash rind cheese and the paper sticks to it to such an extent that my coworker, who goes by the cheese name Anarqueso, refers to the process of removing the wrapper as skinning the zombie. Gordon Edgar's midlife crisis took the form of a tectonic shift from punk rock activist to cheesemonger at San Francisco's Rainbow Grocery Co-op. But I feel it necessary to mention the one downside of the book: the political naivete of the author. Before you throw it against the wall when you come across his many outbursts, generally prefaced with what seems to be his favorite word, elitist. Just consider his age. And what he must have experienced growing up as a teenager in San Francisco. But and first of all, I don't claim to have grown up in San Francisco. I grew up in Marin. But sorry. I deserve that.
One of the things that I thought was interesting about the book is kind of trying to cut through some of maybe the snobbery or mystery that surrounds cheese. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure, yeah. A lot of people want to make cheese the new wine industry. They were like, let's make this just snooty and, make it something that, people who have lots and lots of money want to be part of because it's an exclusive thing. And I think there's no reason for that. Cheese is basic food.
So there was a lot of cheese, a little punk rock. We were here at Amnesia Bar for the book release party for Gordon Edgar's book, Cheesemonger, Life on the Wedge. From Mission Eyes, I'm Bridget Huber.